So I had to move spot. It was too windy up there where I was, so I had to move here back under the bridge here to get out of the wind. So we'll still carry on with our review on the Motion Pro multi-tool, and here it is here in my pocket. There it is, hand size, palm size. So what I'm going to talk about for this tool, where I think it really is a good tool, is to tell you what I've actually done on the bike. And we'll use my classic 350 Reborn as a canvas. So I'll show you what I've done actually to the bike, what you could use it on, what parts of the bike, and then a couple of things which I don't like about it, where there's not much you can do about it that side, but that's the way it goes. So first off, a couple of days back when I got this idea I might do a slight review on this multi-tool, I end up, just with the included tools in the kit, which I'll show you shortly, I end up removing the seat of the bike, the rear bolt of the tank, and remove the tank. Underneath here you've got 3 screws which I undid. Then there's another one to the side of that one there. After I moved that out of the way and tucked it up, I come down onto a top of the rocker cover and removed the 3 10mm bolts. And then I actually went to the tappet itself after I set the bike up and used the tool itself to hold the locking nut on the tappet while I adjusted the tappet, just to see if all this is possible. Now, you're definitely not going to do this out on the run, and this was just something I had. Now, the only thing about it, I never thought much about doing a review on this tool till I got to the stage where I'd put the tank back on, and then I thought I should have taken a couple of photos or something, at least using the tool just to see what it was like. But anyway, here's a couple of shots what I'm showing you now, what I got to the stage where I decided I wasn't going to go back in and pull the tank just to do it, because I don't even know if anyone will even look at this clip. So but the fact is it can be done. But would you do it out here where I am now? Well, something must be going really bad with your bike if you've got to get to that stage and do that. Looking at what we've got here, we've got the main shaft here, what you hang on to, or your handle you could say. You've got a 14mm socket one end, 8mm the other. You've got a 10 and a 12mm socket. You've got your adapter for up to 3/8, just reverse it whichever way you want to go. You've got flat blade screwdriver. You've got your hex 5 and 6, and you've got your Phillips head screwdriver. Let's actually see what we can do with the bike now while we're out here. Now we've pulled up. I'm getting these 2 items here with the 14. I'm going to swing her around, lock her in a position like so. And I've got a 14mm socket. If I swing over to my bike here on the spot, if I had a loose header pipe, I could swing it around to here like so and tighten it, which this is pretty tight anyway. Oh no, look at that. I'm actually tightening it there, if you could see that. That was a little bit loose anyway. So that's one move for your 14. If you come around to the other side of the bike, if I come down to here, this is a 14 too. Now if I had to tighten that one there, that could be done too. We'll pull this out, switch it the other way, it's now a handle. We'll put in the adapter shaft, like so, and we'll fit the 12mm. There she is. We're in the field with a multi-pro tool, and I've got a loose front mud guard. Now I can get here with the 12mm, handle connected, like so. Tighten this one. I can do this one here, bottom one, and also your 2 brakes. So everything up there on the front. Now, on the off chance your master cylinder plug come loose, you can whip it in, lock it in there and do that one too. If you were looking on another bike, naturally you could do it on quite a bit on that one too, so it's not just for this, it's for anything. If we look underneath the exhaust where the first part or the front part of the cat is, we can get there, tighten that one there. At the rear part, another 12, we can get into it there, tighten that one. Back up in this section here, 12, do the same there. Also on the frame rails here, we can get into those too. I also mentioned you could get under the seat, so here's my tool. Swing here, there's your seat bolt there. There it is. You can see that now. Get rid of the 12 and we'll replace it with the 10. So we've got the 10 in, same handle setup. Come back over here now, and we've got 6 bolts in total which hold the heat tray on, or heat shield I should say. And there's 1, 2, 3. You could tighten that if it come loose. So you've just seen the demo there. You could actually remove the header pipe with the 14. You could undo your 6 bolts that hold the heat shield in place. Then you can come up the different parts of the bike, like this one here in the front. That'll tighten that one. Up here where your air boxes are, the plastic ones aside, you can get into those points there and do those too. Back in under this section here. Another one there. So there's multiple areas there. Anywhere you can find a 10mm, you can get there and do that. Say for example, your gear changer would come loose. You can just come in like so, whip it in there like there, like I've got it now, and tighten that too. That gives you another advantage too. So far I've gone over quite a bit of the bike, but there's more. We don't need the 10mm anymore, so we can remove this out and we'll put in the shaft here for the 5mm hex. Back over at the bike. The 5mm hex will do every hex on this bike. So you got it there like that. You can come into this section here, come into the back section, every one you want. So both sides of the motor, you've got all your hexes, the 5 will do it. You can reverse it the other way, swing back over here, and just say one of these hexes come loose on your front disc. That will fit all your hex on the front disc, and you've got that out of the way too. So next up you can grab the small Phillips, put her in place over here. Just so happens you screwed at the headlight come loose, and it was a bit loose too. What the other one's like. Yeah, so you can do that too. That should give you a rough idea what you can do with this multi-tool. And like I said, I've already experimented and pulled the seat, the tank, right down as if you're going to do a tappet adjustment. You can go to the side of the bike after that and pull the full exhaust system. If you want to, you have to take the front and rear mudguards off, you can just put in your accessory pack there, or in your pouch there, if you added a, I think it's a 4mm hex, and if you want to do a small extension on your socket side itself, well, you could get there and remove both mudguards, front, rear. There's not much it doesn't do. Like, it's a really good setup. I think I mentioned the cost, $120 Australian. I think it cost me, or 125, probably 75 US, something like that. And you know, for what it is, I think it does a really good job and will get you out of a jam. Now, it's not a full-blown toolkit. Remember, it's just there as an emergency toolkit to get you out of trouble, which I think it does the job really good. So let's talk now what I don't like about it. Say when you fit this extension into it like so, take into account now, see the play? That's a bit of a bummer. You would have thought they could have done a bit more, you know, a little bit of an improvement on that one, but that's the way it goes. So I don't like that idea. And then sometimes when you'll put it onto a nut to try to pull it off, and as you go to pull it, it pulls out like so. Don't like that idea either. Now while we're at it, we'll go back to this. See this, just this item here. There's the one where I adjusted the tappet nut on when I got down to that stage and was able to adjust like so. So that's that one. Also on this main shaft you've got a 12 and you've got a 10, and they're the most important ones. You've got a useless bottle opener, because I don't know how many people would use a bottle opener these days. I couldn't find really any bottles to open. 10 here. Yeah, so you can come into here with the 10, just tighten it like so, not even set the other stuff up. If you want to do this 12mm here in the background, you can get it there like that and just use that part there without bringing your sockets out. So It's fairly handy, you know, it's got the 10, the 12. So there's everything there you can do with this bike, just with that one, and then just by putting the extension on it, and you don't even have to bring out your sockets. So I like it. So when you look at it now, you can pull the seat, you can pull the tank, you can pull the headlight out, you can pull a rocker cover, go down and do your tappet, you can come to the side, you can tighten all these bolts here, undo your header pipe, remove the complete exhaust, you can go to the front of the bike and adjust all those bolts or the discs. And you could also, if you had to remove the mudguard for some reason, get it out of the way, you could come to the back and do the same there. So, you know, it's very versatile, this, what you can do with it for the amount of money involved. So I'm pretty happy with it. Then if you swing to that 4mm and buy a little 4mm hex, you can pull these pieces out here, you can tighten these ones here. You can just go right around this bike and virtually, you know, like I couldn't do it here because if I stripped the bike here, and off chance something did go wrong, well, I'd be stuck out here and I haven't got my phone with me. So apart from that, that was my plan. I was going to come out here and I was going to pull the bike right down and then put it back together. So but I'm in a public area where you never know when somebody's going to come in here while you're here working on something, and you might have to move out. So that was the idea. Like, I had plans on sort of stripping it back and doing it, and you know, just for the fact that you can get there onto that heel toe shifter and tighten it up if it got a little bit on the loose side. So like I said, it won't get you out of a really major problem, but geez, I tell you, it does a pretty good job for what it costs and what it is. And the best of all, it just packs up in that little pouch and what I've got there, and you can carry it in your pocket, you know, to carry other stuff with you. So I think it gives you a great deal of confidence, and I think if you're after something like one of these, give it a bit of thought. And more importantly, this item I actually purchased it myself, never got it for nothing, or under the condition I put a little bit of a review on it like some people do and they get it for nothing. I actually bought it, and that's why I told you the good points, and I also told you a couple of bad points. But that business about where the shaft fits in, it's a bit sloppy or it pulls off the nuts, I wouldn't be too concerned about that one, because after that, your only choice out here, if you've got struck a problem like that, is either use your teeth or you'll have to use your fingernails to try to tighten it that way, or your RS. So look at it that way, no big deal. It's there for an emergency, it's not there for a pose value or something like that, and it will get you out of a jam. That's a basic kit. We'll just pull it out of my pocket again. There it is there. Yeah, so if you look at this universal Motion Pro toolkit for a bike, you'd be surprised really when you look at it, what you can do with it and what you can't, and there's not much you can't do. And I didn't mention what you can't do anyway, so we will now. For example, you got that stage, there's no way with that little kit you'll be able to pull the front wheel or the rear wheel. And when it comes to the rear shock mounts, well, there's 17 mils to start with. You haven't got the sockets for those, and it'd take an awful lot of torque to be able to get any leverage with that little tool there. So it's really only an emergency, get you out of trouble. I think it'll get you out of trouble real easy, or it'll help you, that's for sure. I've never had to do anything, I only carry it for peace of mind. So if you keep that in mind, it's there, at least something is better than nothing. And you can add a couple of other little parts to it to make it more versatile. So once again, thanks for tuning in, take a look. Hope you found this interesting, and I'll catch up with you in the next clip.